Why is losing weight so hard when the idea of it is so simple? Snacking is a quick way to get that dopamine hit. So if you're someone like me, don't like alcohol, no drugs or smoking, the next best thing is food. I've also noticed small exercise goals help. For me, I count my steps. 'Cause sometimes you want a donut or two, and sometimes you want to stay in bed. I know I didn't want to do my exercise this morning, but I did. You can do it. Unhealthy food is delicious and exercise is hard work. There's good advice here about methods, but I wanted to address the why. It's a paradox that exists throughout your life. Why am I doing something that I logically understand to be a bad idea? The answer is that decision-making for our species is not an exclusively logical process. Our emotional circuitry has a lot of sway over our actions, impulses, and resolve. Modern food is chemically designed to hack your brain and addict you behaviorally. The reward feedback our brain produces affects how you feel about your diet. You may know which food you should choose to eat right now, but your brain has been programmed to crave the junk, and the more you think about it, the worse it gets. Sugar is considered the most addictive drug on the planet, and over 90% of processed food contains it. It's not your fault, and it's almost not really even free will. You're losing a fight against a habit reinforced over years of consumption. And most people don't even know they're fighting. The most consistent source of motivation is internal. You can't want your diet for external gratification. That's too vague, hypothetical, idealistic. You need to be striving for personal health, and the way it feels to be healthy. If you respect your body, really love it, you'll feel obligated to care for it, and nothing external could be more reliable than your love for yourself. A really good way to consistently have the resolve to maintain a healthy lifestyle is to address your emotional state. Become practiced at recognizing your internal mood and acknowledging how it affects your thinking. It's okay to lose a battle, but that doesn't lose the war. Something to look out for. If in a moment of weakness, you are struggling to resist, win. It's okay to compromise, or even to just concede some days. But if you fight hard, full commit, do not lose. Because if you fight hard and lose, your brain will learn from that, and it will operate on the assumption that even your hardest fight isn't a firm no. And it will get harder. So when you really want to win, don't give up. The more you stand firm, the easier it will be. The more you give in, the harder. One depressing reason losing weight is so hard is because fat cells don't usually disappear once they're made. They just go dormant, waiting to be reused again. It takes more energy for a skinny person to gain weight than it does for someone who once had weight to gain it back again. I recently learned about this idea called a set point weight that can make weight loss tricky. The way it was explained to me is your body has a weight that it wants to be, and you have to go to extreme measures to go below that. I've also been trying to lose the weight I gained during the lockdowns, and it's just so easy to go over your calorie budget on items that don't seem like they should be that bad. It doesn't help that a lot of junk food is engineered to be addictive. Idea is simple, but we are animals. Our brains are literally hardwired to avoid doing it at all costs. Because literally our survival used to depend on that. Because a cheesy bean and rice burrito from Taco Bell sounds like a delicious option when you want to get away from the office during your lunch break, and don't have the time nor inclination to cook. Lunchtime meals during workdays are my downfall. Especially the aforementioned burrito and the BK Big Fish. It's just too easy. At home, my boyfriend does the cooking. I'm the one who works outside the home. He takes care of all the household chores. I'm a lucky lady. and I eat much more healthily during the weekends as a result. Ali has helped me lose a considerable amount of weight, though 30 pounds. Though eating better has helped a lot. I still eat fast food, but only a couple of times per week, and I'll just order one thing off the menu and skip the fries and soda. It's mostly portion control for me, which I've been vigilant about. I've never been a soda drinker, but I used to order either 3 burritos or a fish sandwich, cheeseburger, and jalapeno poppers or fries. I'm also more active in the winter than I am during the summer, simply because I'm a mushroom hunter and therefore like to go hiking when mushrooms are in season. During the summer, I will go swimming in the ocean. I can't walk by a body of water without jumping in, but that's not as much of a workout as hiking is for me. We have evolved to intake lots of calories, to like caloric food, to minimize the calories spent, and to feel negative when we are hungry to take action and avoid starving. It wasn't too long ago that we could eat such caloric food to our heart's content, and our instincts are not adapted to this new environment. Moreover, in the past, being able to keep on those kgs meant that you could survive for longer when food was running low. Because it's about self-control, I'm down approximately 60 pounds over the last year and a half, and a lot of it has to do with me fighting hunger that came with controlling my portions. People don't like to feel hungry and usually don't put up with it for long. My ghrelin gremlin likes to misbehave at night whenever I try to lose weight. I think the biggest mistake is following a diet. Sure, you will lose a lot of weight, but once you stop the diet, you will fall back in your old mistakes. When I was a teenager I was overweight, and when I was a student I was well over 100 kilograms. I'm 1.88 m, but still too heavy. I started exercising more. I cycled a lot, and in a year and a half I was back at 80 kilograms. A few years later I was heavier again, 95+ kilograms. But what motivated me to lose weight again was the thought I knew I had lost so much weight once. Surely I could do that again. And for a while my weight was 75 kilograms. After that I started gaining weight, because I was going to the gym a lot. I'm fine with that, anyway. So first takeaway: if you succeeded the first time, I'm sure you will succeed a second time. I still think I should eat more healthy though. Here in the Netherlands there was a campaign which was called Eatwissel. Literally, food swap. It says it's easier to change one aspect of your diet instead of your complete eating pattern all at once. So I was annoyed with myself. I kept eating cheese as a snack. So I stopped doing that. Now when I'm hungry I eat an apple. For me that works perfect. Well, blabbering a bit, but I hope this helps a bit. Processed food that is high in refined carbs makes you hungrier and hungrier the more you eat it. The more your blood sugar and insulin is all over the place. It's harder to control hunger. Trying to lose weight when you're always hungry is a losing battle. Also, exercise alone won't undo a bad diet. If anything, it's better for your physical strength and mental health, and it might help maintain weight. I lost a significant amount of weight, and for me, aside from getting into a vigorous sport, I chose to replace foods, not necessarily reduce them. For instance, if you're making a stir-fry, change the ratio of vegetables to starch differently from what you had before. Foods that are bulky and low in calories, or high in protein. Modern food is mostly addictive poison. Asking why people don't stop eating that way is like asking why people don't stop smoking or consuming cocaine. Am I going to deduce, and correct me if I've mistaken, that you've never been addicted to a drug nor have any family or friend that have? Am I right? What I'm trying to say is, escaping an addiction is not easy. It requires a lot of willpower and a strong support net of people that care. Regarding exercise, it's not as easy as you make it sound either. Firstly, it requires time. Time that most people have very little to spend in an activity that most people don't enjoy doing, and which gives long-term benefits. The benefits of doing exercise are great, but they aren't immediate, which causes people to start doing it and abandoning after 2 or 3 days of not noticing any difference. Losing weight isn't even this and that. It's just that. Eat less. Lose weight. Cool. Work out. There's reasons to do that, but it's not needed for losing weight. I made small change in my diet like 3 months ago. I put half as much metwurst on my bread, and I stopped eating bananas. I'm down from 83 kilograms to 77 kilograms just from that. I think people just don't understand how unhealthy some parts of their diet is. How you don't actually have to change what you eat to lose weight. Just the amounts. Start eating 80% of what you eat now. You won't starve. You will lose weight. People just don't care enough and prefer the comfort of eating what they want. Sometimes medication can hinder your weight loss or even cause weight gain too. When I was on Seroquel, I gained 40 pounds. At one point I had developed gastroparesis and was eating 1 small meal a day. Normally, this would cause rapid weight loss since you are only consuming a small amount of food. I didn't lose a pound. We've resolved the gastroparesis, caused by a different medication, so I am eating more. I got off of Seroquel and I've lost 35 pounds already. Only thing that changed was the Seroquel. Thyroid conditions can also make weight loss much harder too. There are many other health conditions that can cause issues. People tend to ignore these issues. Medication and medical. Because we tend to look at people through the average, or normal, lenses when not everyone falls into those boxes. Weight loss is hard for some people. There is no real, one-size-fits-all approach.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.